A pioneer of the Gulf Coast wine scene and award-winning food entrepreneur.
I know a lot of you wonder what to do with your moon pies. So I've got some wine suggestions for you. Lemon moon pies, Sauvignon Blanc, Chenin Blanc, or Pinot Grigio.
Stuart Rev Donald, acclaimed food and travel writer and world-class chef.
I was the chef at the casserole. I made the casserole for the frozen food
I've been
department.
stealing that.
For more than a decade, they've combined their expertise to answer your questions and introduce you to the culinary movers and shakers you want or ought to know. 4-time Taste Award finalists, 10-time Nappy Award losers. They are the dynamic duo of dining.
Drop, keep screaming for more.
Mike and Stu on FM Talk 106.5.
Well, welcome to a cloudy Sunday morning here in the studio, the FM Talk 106.5. We're over here at the corner of Airport and I-65.
Sure, we'll go with
So,
that.
welcome to the show, everybody. Hey, Stu,
Everybody. Hey, Michael.
you've been the chef de casserole. Casserole, what is that, a green bean casserole or?
All casserole. Well, considering that was Alec Naaman, it was mainly that poppy seed chicken casserole.
Oh, I get it. So, okay. Anyway, welcome to the show again, everybody. We got a few things to discuss today. And at the end of the hour, we're going to be blessed with the presence of Charlie Moss. He's got something to tell us, someplace he went. Probably someplace with ferns in the lobby and white Zinfandel wine on the list. Hey, Charlie. So anyway, as he walks by the window. Anyway, what you got new in your life this week? Anything?
I came in third in the Carla Hall thing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So didn't make the cut there, but came awfully close and raised a lot of money for the James Beard Foundation charities, which is the most important part.
And what do they do with that money? When
They
do
help
it?
people in the hospitality industry.
What's that flipping around?
Yeah, that's probably one of your cat hairs.
I don't hardly have cats anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they help people in the culinary field. And
Yeah, like if somebody's card dies on them or, unknown tragedies, unforeseen tragedies. Sounds probably not.
I know Aaron Sanchez.
Hey, Aaron.
Aaron. He does a lot of charity work for the Hispanic community to get them interested and progress along in the culinary skills and arts. And that's great. Just things are great. Always give back. Always give back.
Yeah. So that's it. I'm gonna go home now. No.
We're number 3. Well, that's great, man. Congratulations. You think about all the thousands and thousands and thousands of people, that entered that thing, and to be nominated that high up. That's awesome.
Let's see. I'll do some quick math here. I think there were a total of 350 or so chefs in it.
Okay.
So
How many just cooks?
I don't know.
Okay. So you're saying they're
All chefs are cooks,
chefs. Oh, I know that.
but not all cooks are chefs.
That's my point.
Yeah.
That was my point.
But it was for favorite chef.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they went through and vetted everything.
Cool. Well, yours is a great story. It's a great story.
That's because you didn't live it.
Well, I know. But we can laugh about it now.
Yeah,
You're here
I
now.
laughed about it then. It was the only way to get through.
We were really worried about you, man. Really worried about you. But you know what? It didn't matter. When you were in the hospital, you were still ornery.
Yeah.
Anytime. And when John and I came and visited you, so.
I had a lot of stuff going on that wasn't pleasant to share.
Oh, I know.
One of my oldest friends came to see me right when they were getting ready to change my wound stuff. And I'm like, dude, you don't want to be here.
Yeah.
You want to leave now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I appreciate you showing up, but you do not want to stay for the next 10 minutes.
Go to the kitchen, get an omelet.
Yeah, we're going to do that one day.
One day
We're
we're
gonna
gonna
get
do
off.
it. I swear we are.
Well, you did your first Off the Eaton Trail Friday. Even sent it to you and you didn't bother watching it. Huh?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, talking about the Cellar Door Tavern over there in Dauphin,
Yeah,
Alabama.
yeah.
which I pulled it up on the map because I couldn't place it. That is off the Eaton Trail.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, it's like on your way. It's like on your way from Allegri Produce and Miss D's to Y Pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, and Cravers. So
Yeah.
it's there, close by. So
Yeah. So not on 98,
But
which is
there-
the main drag.
it was a beautiful place. A lot of people were happy to see it was open because it's a wine bar and it's you go by the name Celador. It's like a wine bar, but they carry liquor and they carry a lot of craft beers and they carry some high end tequilas too. So, and I've kind of become a novice of tequilas in the last year, maybe. Enjoying them.
Not a huge tequila fan, unless it's good tequila. But I experienced something in Texas. Cheap tequila, the very first sip hits my stomach. I get stomach cramps.
Wow.
Violent stomach cramps.
Wow.
Like someone has my entire stomach
Mhm.
balled up in their fist and is trying to rip it out. I mean, it's some of the most intense pain I've ever experienced. And it was from the first sip of cheap tequila hitting my stomach.
Yeah, I don't drink cheap stuff.
And I didn't get more than a third of the way through that margarita before I had to run it.
See, I don't even drink margaritas. I drink
Yeah.
now. If I
I
go
like
to
a margarita.
if I go to Roosters,
Mhm.
I'm gonna get a mango margarita.
There you go.
But everything else, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't do. I just rather have straight over the rocks. But I want good tequila.
And to show you the degree of which we were not properly educated in the
Mhm.
70s, you and I both, when we heard the song Jose Cuervo, "You Are a Friend of Mine" by Dottie West, I believe, or her daughter. It was her daughter, Shelley West. And talking about that Jose Cuervo gold, that's what you want. That's the cheapest crap they make. Gold, when you're talking about tequila, means this is garbage. It's
Wow.
describing the color, not like gold, silver, bronze place.
My experience, my worst experience ever was from this Eagle song "Tequila Sunrise," and there was a disco on Dauphin Street back to disco days, and I sat there, had not eaten, and I drank about 3 or 4 tequila sunrises, and I didn't touch tequila for 42 years until somebody taught me into a friend of mine. She said, "Just try one," and I
We
did.
can get into the better ones, that años, which means aged,
Mhm.
which are brown, not gold. Gold is cheap.
Right,
Año is brown, and it's
and
very,
it's had some
you
barrel.
sip those just like you do a whiskey.
It's had some barrel too, just
Yeah.
like whiskey and
Yeah.
wine. But I just can't drink mixed tequila anymore. I've got to have it straight. I don't shoot it. I pour it over rocks.
Yeah, I drink just like I would
and
whiskey.
sip it.
Yeah, just like you do whiskey.
savor
That's
it,
what you
yes.
do with really good tequila.
And August the
Like
1st.
the Cabo Wabo.
Yeah.
That was very good tequila.
August the 1st at the Battle House is the tequila tasting.
Oh, yeah. Was that the Battle House? I don't know why I thought that was a Cottage Hill package.
I think it's the Battle House. Now they may be involved in it, but I don't know. I'll find out.
Was.
I'll find out. But
You finna find out.
I'm fitting to find out. But that's what I want to go to because it's right down the road from my place where I
Mhm.
stay.
So you can waddle back to your
I can
apartment.
wobble back. Yeah. So take a pedicab.
Yeah. I don't know if the
That's what
pedicab runs through Sims.
That's I ain't me. Oh, you're talking about for you.
Yeah.
Sim's got a
Hey,
lot
look.
of news.
What, Sims?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in the next.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But I just see here where Sip and Chew with Mike and Stu is live on YouTube as we speak.
On the YouTube?
On the YouTube.
Okay, man. You ought to go there and find us.
So, yeah, because a lot
See
of
me
people
wear my Phil and Foster shirt.
yeah, and I think I got my whole sausage shirt on.
There you go.
And a lot of people have been finding us because of the shorts that we're doing, the Ask the Chef and the Off the
Mhm.
Eaton Trail. And then I did a different one, road trip with Mike and Stu when we went to go see Morgan Freeman's
Oh, yeah.
little shack over there in Biloxi.
I'm going to surprise you one day.
And do a video.
I promise you.
Yeah, okay.
I promise you.
Yeah, still waiting on that list 12 years later.
11 years later.
We're in our 12th year on the air.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I don't.
Yeah, because 11 years makes you sound a whole lot more.
I don't like to be rushed. 251-343-0106 is the Callahan's Irish Social Club call and text in line.
Bands of them are ringing, and the
I hear this song. I think that Paddle Wheel Boats and Mango player sitting on the base.
Make a splash this summer at Waterville, USA, where every moment is a memory in the making. Because when it comes to family fun, nothing beats Waterville, USA. From thrilling attractions like the Lazy River, Wave Pool, Shrimp Village, and of course, water slides of all shapes and sizes, to Topgolf swing suites, NASCAR go-karts, and splash and start bowling. There's something for everyone. What are you waiting for? Make memories this season at Waterville, USA, Highway 59 in Gulf Shores.
Do you do it daily? I've been married for 20 years, so I'm lucky if it's once a month. Not that. I mean, do you go to lanyapmobile.com on the daily? No, I usually pick it up from the box downtown on Wednesdays. Well, you're really missing out because Lanyap is Mobile's daily newspaper. Lanyapmobile.com is updated daily with breaking news, award-winning investigative reporting, and the arts and entertainment coverage you've come to expect from Mobile's only newspaper. I guess I need to check it out more often. Yeah, you do. All you have to do is sign up for a subscription. They're only $6.50 a month, and the first month is only $1. Totally worth it to have a daily newspaper. Yeah, that's far less than the 50 cents I used to stick in those yellow boxes every day. That's for sure. Well, you've convinced me. I'm going to sign up today and get my news from Lanyap on the daily. Great idea.
Lanyap is Mobile's source for daily news, in-depth investigative reporting, commentary, cuisine reviews, and arts and entertainment coverage, as well as the best sports pages in Alabama. Sign up for a subscription today at lanyapmobile.com. That's lanyapmobile.com.
Alabama PALS, People Against a Littered State, is a statewide organization that has many programs that can benefit your county, school, city, or community. The Alabama Adopt a Mile program, the Don't Drop It on Alabama Spring Cleanup, the Alabama Coastal Cleanup, and the Alabama Clean Campus program are all programs available to you and your groups. Join with Alabama PALS and let's all do our part in making Alabama truly Alabama the Beautiful. For more information, go to alpals.org. Sponsored by Alabama PALS, ALDOT, the ABA, and this station.
Get your day started with Dan Brennan and Dalton Orwig on Mobile Mornings.
The Department of Justice retail stores across Alabama had a record
featuring Dr. Phil's forecast.
Got some nice dry weather for Friday, Saturday.
Traffic with Kane.
Looking good on the roadways. Tell me
The latest in sports.
A Mobile Morning Sports Report.
And 3 big things you need to know.
Get your morning started right now with 3 big things you need to know.
It's the newest and hottest morning show on the Gulf Coast. Mobile Mornings with Dan Brennan and Dalton Orwig at 6 on FM Talk 106.5.
To get on the line, call 343-0106. Now back to Mike and Stu.
Michael, if you were going to have a breakfast today to celebrate the nation's Independence Day, where would you go?
No doubt, Bob's Downtown Diner, corner Fat and Happy.
Never heard of it.
What? Where have you been? What rock have you been? What rock from? What third rock from?
What azalea bush have you been under in Silk?
Yeah, that's for sure. But no, Bob's Downtown Dinner. I'll probably head there after the show. As a matter of fact, like I usually do most of the time. But if I was grilling at home or making some swamp soup or some
creative on
some fried cabbage with and onions with some real good flavor, I'd probably use that Hall's Cajun smoked sausage is what I'll be using. I keep some in my freezer as backup.
Who makes that again?
Hall Sausage and Wholesale Meats.
Where is that located?
That's located in Chickasaw. And but you can buy
Iroquois,
or you can buy it at your Piggly Wiggly's here in town.
Your Pigleys,
and some of your other
Walmarts
here.
Rouse's.
That's it. Except Saraland. You can't get it to Walmart and Saraland for some reason.
No local products at that one.
No. Anyway. That's crazy. But anyway, it is
just Saraland being Saraland.
Oh, well. They'll never learn.
If you wanted to have a really great burger this week, where would you not go because they're closing?
You tricked me. You tried to trick me. Yeah. Well, normally I would go to Butch Cassidy's.
Yeah. But they're closed all week, y'all.
All week. That is great.
Because you and I were with Roy last year on 4th of July over in Mississippi, and someone had made the mistake of forwarding the restaurant phone to his cell phone. So the 3 of us took turns every 15 minutes answering a phone call going, no, we're not open on 4th of July.
And we're not open this week.
Yeah. But I mean, in the time that we were with Roy, it was over 100 phone calls.
Yes. Yeah. So just to be clear.
Grill out, folks. I know it's hot.
Butch
Guess what?
Cassidy's-
It's supposed to be. If you're not hot on the 4th of July,
That's
are you
right.
really an American?
There you go. But anyway, Butch Cassidy's is closed this week. But yeah, normally I would go to Butch Cassidy's.
Yeah.
But I always get the broccoli and not the fries. Nothing wrong with the fries. It's just
Except they have no nutritional value. They're only negatives on it. They drag down your metabolism. It's all carbohydrate.
I like broccoli better.
Yeah.
I
I don't, but I like
I like
fries.
the
But
rough-
the broccoli
roughage.
is better for you.
I'd rather have some grilled asparagus or something like that.
There's no grilled
But-
asparagus.
But we don't want to get Roy off on anything else like that.
But it is Independence Day week
Yes, it is.
because it's fallen on a Thursday. So somebody, not us, is getting extended weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I guess I kind of am. Sunday through Thursday with no job. That's nice. But after 2.5 years of grinding 6-7 days a week,
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it. But you don't have to wait until Thursday to celebrate America's independence.
What would you recommend?
The city of Sims. Have you heard of it before?
I've been through there.
Yeah.
I've had to drive the speed limit.
They annually celebrate the 4th of July. Yes, because they got a new police department. As I can tell you, as someone who routinely has to turn off a fire tower on the Moffett Road, it's 45 there, folks. If you're doing 60, I hope they put you in jail because there's an accident, serious accident with a semi hitting a car there 3 or 4 times a month.
Yeah.
And because they don't slow down coming off that viaduct. They fly through there. I've seen semis going through there at 75, 80 miles.
Probably so. Probably so.
Yeah. So we got us our own police department now, and they're working it hard. But we also have the Independence Day Block Party, which is usually held on E.S. Grider Field at Mary Montgomery High School, home of your MGM Vikings, the best football team in the area last year.
It sure was.
And arguably, since they're in the largest category, 7A, and they ran roughshod over everybody else in Mobile and
They
Baltimore.
did a fabulous job.
And then they got Central Phoenix City, which is always loaded with about 7 5-stars, and the dream came to an end. But then Auburn signed the 5 stars, so okay. But they will have food trucks there. They will have live music. The headliner is a group called Radio Incorporated.
Mm-hmm.
And then right about 9 o'clock, when the sun falls out of the sky and the mosquitoes start swarming, they're going to have fireworks.
Cool.
So it starts at 3. And the reason I stumbled on this is because I just happened to see a Sabai Thai cuisine, favorite Thai restaurant in the county,
Mm-hmm.
had a thing on their Facebook page saying they will be closing early at 3 o'clock today because since they are not having it at the football stadium, they're getting new turf put down on the football stadium. They're having it at City Hall. There's an honor park there, which honors military and law enforcement officers that were from the Sims area. There's a green space that was my practice field when I played for the Dixie Youth Tigers. And then there's City Hall. So they're just having it in that green space. And parking is going to be limited. They're going to have Wolf Road cut off, turned off, shut down, whatever you call it. And they will be running trolleys and buses to get you to the event space. So
Oh, wow.
that's one of the reasons that Angine is having to close Sabai down is they're on Wolf Road.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be able to get in or out. And you know what? She and her staff have earned a half day off. They can go down there and get them some tacos or something from the food trucks. I think Frankie's food truck's going to be. I saw a Rooster Tacos.
I haven't seen his truck yet.
Yeah.
I haven't seen his truck yet.
So
By the way, they're open today.
Rooster.
They've
yeah.
started open on Sundays.
Yeah.
I thought they were always open on Sundays, but apparently not.
Yeah. I don't know why. Well, I don't know why they would be unless they get a good crowd.
Yeah.
But most of the stuff down there, I was just looking at my numbers. So getting my taxes paid off. And January down 14% from December. Well, December was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
February, 157% increase, obviously, Mardi Gras. March, 51% decrease in sales. Kind of understandable, even though we had some big stuff going on in March. And then April, another 50% decrease in sales. 50% decrease in sales month by month. May was 50% less than April.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'd have stayed open, if I had another 50% increase, I'd be paying them money. So if Frankie's making money being open on Sundays, man, more power.
I think it's a brunch. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
And if I
That's
read
the
it, if I
only
read
thing
it correctly,
anybody. That's the only thing anybody wants to do downtown on Sundays.
that's what everybody wants to do on Sundays anyway.
Yeah, the other people that go downtown on Sundays, there's a lot of people that come downtown in the afternoon on Sundays. They're not there to spend money, and there's no problem with that. They're walking around their city when it's not packed full of people doing business.
Unless you're like me or people like me.
Your people like you?
You know, doing something else.
Oh, waddling. Yeah, but it's a lot of people walking their dogs and they're taking their kids for a stroll that are just looking at downtown and looking at the changes from the last week or month at the time. And there's nothing wrong with that, but they don't spend any money. So, it gives the perception that there's a lot of people downtown, the restaurant should be making money, but they're really not.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people downtown doing leisurely Sunday afternoon things, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
So,
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would love your money, but I want you to do what you want to do more than that. So, there's your 4th of July. Sims starts at 3:00 today, runs through 9 in the p.m.
Okay.
So there's you go.
It ends after the fireworks show, then, huh?
Yeah, that fireworks show includes Sims, man. We got to roll sidewalks.
Then everybody's gonna be lining up to get on the trolleys to get back to their cars.
Yeah. Or I could just sit at home and not see or hear any of it.
Okay.
So I think that's what I'm going to do.
Just get you a bottle rocket and just shoot it off, and that's it.
No, I don't shoot anything off. Don't like people that do. It is still illegal in the state of Alabama to discharge fireworks within the city limits of any city in the state.
Mm-hmm.
No one enforces it, but it is against the law.
Yeah, it's just one of them.
You are a hardened criminal if you shut off an M80 inside the city limits. You are a hardened criminal.
Well, some of them shoot off some loud. I was hearing them last night, and I said, "Now wait till the 4th."
Other than the 4th, I think they should enforce that with an iron fist. You shoot off one firework on June 27th, you should be spending the night in jail and paying a hefty fine.
That won't happen though.
No, it won't happen. Ray Bridges, when he was sheriff, hated fireworks, and they were illegal in Mobile County. And he would do raids on fireworks stands, and he would have roadblocks set up on the Mississippi state line, just checking to see if you bought any fireworks.
Yeah.
He hated them. Absolutely hated fireworks. And then they had a fireworks display at Ladd Stadium, and you didn't know how to stop that. And I went to it, and it was very loud.
Well, I've been given an opportunity to watch them from a very unique position this
Air
Thursday
conditioned,
night,
because that's a good way to watch them.
I think it's going to be air conditioned, but I haven't. I got to get back with the person that invited me and see if it is. I don't know. I think for that high.
Steve Zucker invite you to Dolphins to watch.
No, it's not Steve. So something else. But it'd be a neat place to watch the fireworks show.
Yeah, completely separated from that crowd down there.
Mm-hmm.
Air conditioned with some of the best food in the state coming at you.
There you go.
Yeah, I can see that being the top spot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what about Top of the Bay, the bar there at the Holiday Inn? Think that'd be a big good.
I haven't been there. I don't know if it'll show. I don't know if it faces where the fireworks show. But 251-343-0106 is the Callahan's Irish social call and text line. Oh, yeah. When we come back, we got Danny Calametti.
Very top.
It's Dalton Orwig coming up Monday morning on Mobile Mornings. Another edition of Law 251 with Lacey Smith from Tobias and Comer Law. We'll continue our summer safety series and a focus on bike safety, e-bike safety. That's Monday morning, Law 251 on Mobile Mornings with Tobias and Comer Law.
Y'all being loud in there.
FM Talk 106.5, the Gulf Coast Weather Authority, and Dr. Bill
Go
Williams.
get another carrot.
Sunny skies today. Look for temperatures in the mid-90s this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear, lows in the upper 70s. And for Monday, mostly sunny with a few afternoon showers and thunderstorms and highs in the mid-90s. This is meteorologist Dr. Bill Williams for FM Talk 106.5.
FM Talk 106.5, the Gulf Coast Weather Authority.
Know a veteran or first responder who's struggling with addiction? Let's Recover in Mobile, Alabama offers medically supervised detox and residential treatment. Call 251-405-3677 or visit letsrecover.org.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the AHSAA, are the 138,000 high school sports students in Alabama. So we stand. We stand for the runners, soccer, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, administrators, and officials. We stand for the swimmers, football players, and wrestlers. We stand for the golfers, softball, and volleyball players. We stand as the national leader and advocate for high school athletics and all who participate in them and make them possible, because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Hello again, friends. I'm Randy Burkett, inviting you to join me, Coach Rick Cleveland, and Coach Mark Lassiter for the Thompson Tractors Prep Sports Report. We'll be coming to you live from the Eastern Shore Toyota and Hyundai Studios for 2 hours beginning at 8 a.m. every Saturday morning. We'll visit with coaches, athletes, administrators, and more as we'll keep you up to date on all things prep along the Gulf Coast and the state of Alabama. Wake up with the Prep Sports Report team this Saturday morning starting at 8 a.m. right here on FM Talk 106.5.
Mike Bailey, Stuart Rev Donald, devoted to the complete gastronomic experience.
I want a big butter and eggman.
Mike and Stu on FM Talk 106.5.
All righty, we're back. We got on the line. We got Danny Calametti. I guess he's got something to tell us to talk about. What do you think?
Does it involve tequila or Spanish food? Because I got a hankering. You know what I'm saying?
I got a few things up, but first off, since we're talking fireworks and stuff, the Dauphin Island's going to do a huge display on the 4th of July. So they weren't able to do it last year. I think they had some issues, weather issues or something issues. So they're proud to be bringing it back. It's going to be Middle Beach. It'll be on the 4th of July. So it'll be, and Mayor promises to have a spectacular show at 9 p.m. down there on the 4th. So that's something that ought to be, anything down the island's fun. Yeah. And it's a little bit after sunset. But.
Yeah. Is Middle Beach the beach with the pier that goes over just land?
Yeah, just over land. It's a land beach, the land pier.
Yeah, that's that's one of a kind. There will be a documentary. There will be a documentary done on that.
Oh, I'm sure Weather Channel's done a few.
Yeah. So anyway, this is a food and wine show, and I think I mentioned you guys earlier. We do have a food and wine event today down at Dauphin. That's our Sunset Concert Series.
Oh,
You got to bring your own food. You got to bring your own wine. But it's at Fort Gaines. It's a parade ground at Fort Gaines, and we're happy to have. It's a first time event for us. Happy to have none other than Mr. Johnny Hayes.
Oh, cool.
Local guy, done good. He's American Idol finalist, and Johnny's bringing his harmonica player. So promises to be an exciting event. That venue there at Fort Gaines is just an exciting place. Every artist we have down there just absolutely loves it because it's such a unique scenario where we set them up in, and the acoustics are just wonderful.
I bet.
So it's a $5 admission charge. We don't charge you for kids or dogs if you want to bring those. Haven't seen a whole lot of cats, but I guess they'd be welcome as long as they're well behaved.
Well, you can't count on the cat. They're going. Next thing you know, they're going to be into the tequila and trying to hook up with a dog.
Yeah. So it's a great time. We always have a good crowd, and we're expecting to have another one for this one there. So it's we do have a conch blowing at sunset. We have our King Conch and the Conch Fritters. So we always celebrate the end of the day with a conch salute at sunset. So
is that done by a trombone player?
It is not. It's done by a real conch, king conch.
The mouthpiece of a trombone fits perfectly into a conch. So a lot of trombone players will do. In fact, Steve Toure, who was the trombonist for the Saturday Night Live band for a long time, he did an album that's almost half of it is conch shells.
Well,
yeah, back in the 90s.
We got one experienced guy, and the rest of us we just grab people out of the crowd. So it's a crowd participation event. But,
I think it's rigged.
we don't pay. We don't give out prizes. So.
Oh, okay.
So but then the other side of it is you guys mentioned a couple things that we have going on at the Continental Commissary Kitchen, and that's our shared incubator space that we're developing with the Hispanic American Business Association. So that's something folks need to look at online. It's the Continental Commissary Kitchen. So we'll talk about the second event that you mentioned earlier, but on July 18th, we've got a Spanish fusion food encounter. So Chef William Rosell is from Venezuela, and he's been he's a experienced chef and all kind of. I got a little press blurb here that talks about spearheaded numerous avant-garde gastronomic experiences internationally. So I can't read all that kind of stuff. But anyway, the idea is that he blends these South American ingredients with European Spanish techniques to deliver this Spanish fusion food encounter. It's a limited seating. We've only got space for 24, so you get up close and personal. He talks about how he's doing, what he's doing. There'll be some wine and beer included as a part of it. But it's a 4-course upscale meal, and it's just a nice venue for this type of experience. So we've had Cuban before. We had a Cuban experience. We had a vegan coastal experience with coastal food in there. I missed that one, but I did see the Cuban one was pretty good. So we got a few things going on within that kitchen that kind of showcase really a lot of the international experiences that are part of our community here in South Alabama that sometimes people don't realize the extent to which we have this melding pot of different cuisines that are available to us here. And
we're a port city, it makes sense.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things that we're trying to highlight within the kitchen is that everything is not just featured at the Bell. If you like the Bell, that's fine. But there's actually places you can get real Mexican food, real Venezuelan food, real traditional food locally. And so that's part of what we're trying to do, as far as these things. So the tickets are $55 each. And it's going to be well worth it. And you can find that the spaces online at Continental Commissary Kitchen. So that's what that is. And it's July 18th, 6 to 9. So I think it's something we've had some real success, real nice reception to some of the other things that we've been doing over there.
Cool. That sounds like fun too.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It should be good. And, we've got, as far as the kitchen is concerned, we've got 15 partners in there now, and that some of them are using the kitchen traditionally, and then we've got a handful of food trucks as well that use our commissary kitchen for their food truck businesses. So that's growing, but we welcome more interest. So that's something else you can find out by checking out Continental Commissary Kitchen on Facebook is probably the best place to start. So, and I think I believe it was Mr. Mike that mentioned his interest in tequila. Mm-hmm. So I spent some time traveling in Latin America at a previous job, and one of my best experiences was tequila in Mexico. But tequila is an experience, not just taking a shot, but having it served as an after dinner drink and a nice decanter, and it's a sipping. Because you pay more for it, but it's a sipping experience, and it's you talk and you have it's a good after dinner drink. And so that's part of what we're looking at doing. We're the sommelier that's coming in, the master sommelier that's coming in for, you mentioned the event at the Battle House. Well, he's a friend of ours, not mine, but a friend of one of our members. So he's coming in for a two-night event. He's coming in, and one of them is being hosted by the Battle House, and that will be on August 1st. And then on August 2nd, we're going to do our own event at the Continental Commissary Kitchen. And it'll feature, top of the line Mexican tapas curated to match with the various tastings that he's going to offer on his high-end tequila that he'll be bringing for us to sample as well. So you can find out more about that as well on our page. And then, of course, the Battle House has their own advertising run as well. So we're just, we're trying to do different things to celebrate our connection down with our friends throughout Latin America and that type of stuff. So it should be fun.
Awesome. Now I'm toward which one to go to.
Well, there you go.
Mike, you're a man about town. Go to both.
And I'm by 65, so
yeah.
there is that for you.
Yeah. Well, Danny, I got a question for you, or something to put in your ear, maybe. I would love to see a traditional Spanish tapas event that involves why tapas exists, and that's sherries. The whole reason that tapas was invented was because in Spain, after work, they go to a sherry bar and drink sherry.
Okay.
Not beer, not wine, anything else, sherry. And they didn't have air conditioning, so the flies would get in. So they started out putting a piece of bread on top of the glass. Tapas.
Okay.
That's where it comes from. And then they would start expanding from that, and the bread would have pickled shrimp on it or capers or something like that. And that's where the whole tapas thing came from. But it is an accompaniment to drinking sherry.
All right.
And I think sherry is really a fascinating drink that a lot of people in America just don't know much about.
They drink it all the time on Fraser.
Yeah. But the sherries that I've tried, I thought were just wonderful.
I would have to say that I've not had many opportunities to try sherry. So in those opportunities that I've had, I probably went to bourbon instead.
Yeah. and we've never had a great selection here. Most of the time it's like Taylor's cream sherry, which is fine.
Well, now the state of Alabama has allowed the wine distributors to carry ports and sherry. Fortified wines is what they are.
Right. And fortified means they add sugar, basically.
Well, higher alcohol content.
Okay.
And they're basically wine based.
Yeah, I knew sherry was wine based.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that would be a fun event, and it would be great to learn about the different types of sherry, because it's going to be just as varied as wine is, I would think.
Close.
Yeah.
I mean, most of them are sweet.
And that actually kind of fits what we're trying to do with these different food encounters and that kind of stuff. And of course, we're focused on the food side, but tying it into the tapas and the cherry makes sense. So yeah. So I will pass that on to our
maybe around Latin Fest. Maybe around
Latin Fest.
Yeah.
Maybe around Latin Fest. That could be something to think about. So anyway, we're in the planning stages, planning stages for Latin Fest. That's gonna be August 12th. I think that's that Saturday, whatever that Saturday is in August. We'll be at Mardi Gras Park. We'll do a little something in conjunction with our friends at Mobile Parks on the Friday of Art Walk, but we're not going to do the big. We actually outgrew the Cathedral Plaza place, so we're moving the main facilities over to Mardi Gras Park on Saturday. So that's going to be that'll be a big event.
I'll say y'all did, because last year it was just incredibly busy, packed.
Yeah. So we'll still be supporting our friends at Mobile Parks on the Art Walk Friday, because that's always a great time.
Mm-hmm.
And they do a great job of it. So yeah, and we're going to be at Mobile. The music thing is coming up in August. We'll be down there talking about our events and our stuff. So we got a few things lined up.
Sounds like you're busy.
All right. Well, Danny, if anybody has questions about all of these wonderful things, is there one central location on the World Wide Web where they could find it?
Oh yeah, the Continental Commissary Kitchen is out there for sure. That's on Facebook, and then there's also Alabama Coasting. They can reach out and find me on Alabama Coasting as well.
All right, Danny. We sure appreciate it, and I wish your brother the best. And happy 4th of July, buddy.
You too, man. Y'all take care.
Thank you, man.
So much information.
251-343-0106 in Callahan's Irish Social Club call and text in line. When we come back, we're going to talk to Charlie a little bit after we get some business out of the way.
You need the Viet Cong?
Hey, Mobile, 308 is now flying nonstop to Orlando from Mobile International Airport. Yeah, the one just minutes from downtown. New nonstop. And you're just 1 hour away from all the fun at the theme parks. Earn Breeze Points with every purchase. Breeze Points can be used at your leisure. Your vacation to Orlando begins right here in Mobile. Flying to Orlando has never been easier, nicer, or more convenient. Book your nonstop flight to Orlando today at flybreeze.com.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions. Say textplan.us. Texting rules for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message data rates may apply. Replace stop, opt out. Minimum purchase required. Interest accrues from data purchase but is waived if paid within promotional period. Go to windowappointmentnow.com for full offer details. Attention homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? Fog between the glass? Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's time to replace. And right now you can get a free in-home consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Anderson. Plus, during the month of June, you can buy one window or door and get one 40% off when you buy 4 or more windows or doors. Just text SHOP to 200-300 for your free consultation on top quality affordable windows or doors for no money down, no monthly payments, and no interest for 12 months. That's right, you don't pay a dime for 12 months. Text SHOP to 200-300 to buy one window or door and get one 40% off. And right now, save an extra $100 off your entire purchase. Hurry, this incredible offer is only in June. Text SHOP to 200-300. Text the word SHOP to 200-300. SHOP to 200-300. The Home Service sponsors this paid advertisement.
Was guys like Saban not letting these kids get their civil rights for 4 years.
$1,500.
Fans who were speaking about,
$1,000.
hey, we want more bowl games instead of going, hey, there's civil rights being
$1 a day
violated. I
if
mean,
any of your
you
covered
know it's a
appliances
civil
and
rights
systems break
violation
down.
when you get an
HSC will either
unanimous
do the
decision
repair
from the
or
Supreme
replace them.
Court that it's
HSC has over
a
15,000
civil rights
pre-screened,
violation.
highly rated technicians
Well,
with the
the
fastest
high
response
school
time
athletes
in
are
the
about
industry.
the only amateurs
HSC provides coverage
Oh,
for
for a while,
47
they have
different
an NIL
appliances
program.
and systems in your home. Call for a free, no
Yeah.
obligation quote from a trusted
Everyone,
HSC service
that's why
specialist
that dude
about a home
agreed
warranty
to go
for
to
your
Ohio
entire home.
State,
All
the
backed by a
quarterback
30-day
Texas now,
money-back
Yeah.
guarantee.
because he could
800-929-7449.
high school. So
Call now and get your first
he
month free,
redshirted at
plus
Ohio State, and then
$75
Texas
off your
passed
first
it
year.
back when Texas-
800-929-7449.
And it's always been about money. It's just
800-929-7449.
they had Miss
That's
Sharon when he was keeping her.
800-929-7449. 800-929-7449.
Get an education on blockchain tech with Beyond the Blockchain with Scott Tindall. The constantly changing universe of blockchain technology is way deeper than just cryptocurrency. Scott talks about the hows and whys of the blockchain. Plus, introduces you to companies that are pioneering this brave new world. Beyond the Blockchain. Beyond the Blockchain. Tuesday nights at 8 on FM Talk 1065. 1065. For more than a decade, Sip and Chew with Mike and Stu on FM Talk 1065. Choose.
Thank those folks for helping us out with this show. I want to thank Hall Sausage and Wholesale Meats. Always a good selection. Try it over those other sausages that you normally buy at the store. You can get them at the Pig and Greer's for sure. Also, we want to thank Butch Cassidy's over there on Florida Street in the heart of Flochelle. And I want to mention too, a birthday to Stafford Spruden. We've had Stafford's call in the show one day. He's known as the gas station tailgate reviewer. He goes around to gas stations and tries their food and walks out to the tailgate of his truck and he gives his opinion. He tries the food, and he rates it too. Believe it or not, that surprised me he did that, but that's what he does. And he's been all over the Southeast, and he's always traveling. He's a former judge. He's from Drew, Mississippi. Another famous football player is from Drew, Archie Manning, and the Manning family, you know. But anyway, happy birthday, Schroeder, Stafford, I mean, and just a cool guy. And there were no national days today for some reason, not anything that's food or beverage particular, you know, targeted. But I want to talk about a little lady over in Agricola, Lucedale area. She started a company a few years ago called Miss American Pie. And about a year later, she got a letter, so she had to change the name of it. And she changed it to Magnolia Pie Company. I've been there, and early in the morning, and they just have a line all the way across the field to the pie place people buying their pies. And she just recently had, I don't know if she had to, but she recently changed it to the fried Piper. It's Piper, but it's got the word pie in there. So that's the way she spells it, the fried Piper. And just some of her stuff she has, they look like empanadas, but they have savory. They got cheeseburger, chicken bacon ranch. They got a Monte Cristo. They got a pasta salad in an empanada or pie. Meatloaf, mashed potatoes, Jesus, jalapeno poppers. But then they got the sweet stuff, you know, like apples, lemons, brownie batter, Snickers. Man, it's just, they got so many flavors over there. And they usually sell out every day, a little afternoon or before 3 o'clock. But she does have breakfast too, and these breakfast pies in the morning. And it's a little drive. I made it before, but I left like at 7 in the morning, and there was already 50 people in line when I got there about 8 o'clock. Mm-hmm. So it's a pretty cool place. But Charlie's in the studio with us, and Charlie wanted to talk about something today, and I guess a place you've been to, an experience.
Well, yeah, and before I do anything, I just want to say a belated congratulations to you guys for now being in year 12 of this show. I mean, that's really something. But speaking of anniversaries, yesterday, a brother-in-law and a sister-in-law of mine had a celebration, a secret surprise party, and they pulled it off. Don't know how, but they did, to David and Della Hicks, who live down in the south part of the county. They've been married 60 years, wow. I think, this week, and she turned 80 this week. Wow. So it was a double celebration. But I'd have never thought of this place if you wanted to hold a party for 60 or 80 or more people, and that was Bellingrath Gardens. And I think we were in the exit part of the building, because the gift shop was right next door. Yeah. But we got great food from Publix. The cakes came from there. The chicken strips came from Fusakli's, along with the dips, and I don't know who brought the other vegetables, mac and cheese and baked beans and all that. But it was a great turnout, and they had a small room where they put the food, and then they had this big hallway. It's we could have easily set 100 people in there and probably more. Mm-hmm. And so I just wanted to suggest that, because I think that's a service that nobody thinks about.
A lot of people, I know I don't, but I've seen like with Georgia Russo's catering and other caterers where they've done events out there.
Well, they decided not to cater for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I was concerned about when we went in there, because acoustics being what it is, last thing you want is a lot of glass windows, and they had a glass window in the front and on the back. And in the back, and if you don't mind, I want to plug this band, because they were really good, and the acoustics in that room turned out to be phenomenal. But this is a group called Crossroads, and it ends with a Z, Kenny and Brenda Nelson, and you can find them on Facebook, Crosswords Music. But Man, they had a sound. It sounded as good as any professional band
I've seen them
ever
on
heard.
Facebook, yes.
Yeah, they really are good. But anyhow, next time somebody's planning a mega gathering, think about think about the gardens.
Well, I'll tell you that you got the gardens. You also have the Mardi Gras Museum downtown. That's a phenomenal place to have an event at too. A lot of people don't think about it.
I'd have never thought about that either.
We had a class reunion there one year.
Yeah.
The 40th, and for Davidson High School, go Warriors. And anyway,
Phil, you need to get back in there.
Yeah, I'm good. Y'all keep
no,
going.
but yeah, there's a lot of great little places around Mobile, in Mobile County, you don't think about.
Well, when you've got a large group,
Mm-hmm.
This is Marguerite's family and 11 brothers and sisters and their spouses and their kids and their grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
And we had little kids, medium kids, young adults, and us elder, wiser generation people.
I like places that are kind of divided up. When Kropmeyer's was on Florida Street, they only had a tiny little area to do something back. Now that they're on Dauphin Street, they've got all the rest of what used to be the Grand Central.
Mm-hmm.
They got like 3 or 4 sections there that could hold 4 different events, and you're not run across each other, except maybe going to the bathroom and back. But that's it. It's lovely. Delta Grocery down in near Fish River, they got a big room in the back. I love seeing places like that. Shotgun Barbecue up at Bayonet, he's got a big banquet room, and it's separate from the rest of it. And they can do a lot with those things, and they're available to rent. Yeah, and
just got to give them a call.
And some of them don't even charge you to rent them. So anyway, folks, we got to go. Thank you, Charlie, for coming on.
Well, thanks for letting me come join you guys. It's always a pleasure.
But we're going to get out of here, folks. Get out there and support the local. Have a safe 4th of July. Don't do anything stupid, like hold cherry bombs in your pants.
I put a brand new American flag on the front of my hair.
There you go. Good for you.
Well, it wasn't the back, but I wanted everybody to see it.
There for you.
Happy 4th, and thanks, Stu and Mike.
Folks, get out there. Stu, enjoy your week off, buddy.
Oh, well. You know what I'm going to do, Mike?
What?
I'm going to provolone.
You going to provolone?
Provolone.
All right. Get out there and provolone, folks, and have a great 4th of July week and be safe.
You still got time to fill?
I like chicken. I like fish. I like ice cream. What's this? This is juice. I don't